Hi, I'm Gypsy Bast, and I've developed this series for you to get flexible. This is three-part series, the flexibility for the lower body, one for the upper body, and another one that's for the entire spine and the mind. It's super important to keep the body warm, and I'm going to take you through a developing phase so that by the time you finish this, you're not only going to feel longer and taller, but much more supple. And that brings relaxation and ease. So I look forward to having you join me again and again. And start with me on this one. Until then, blessings. Namaste. Hello and welcome, everyone. This class today is for flexibility. So the next three series will give you an opportunity to bring more flexibility and heat and detox into different areas of the body. Today's focus is on our lower body, lower half. And I'm excited to bring you this work from the jungle, which is really nice to be able to stretch in. So I advise you at your home to please keep yourself really warm and make sure that you don't have too much air conditioning on if you can get away with it, because the body responds, the muscles respond, and the tissues respond to warmth. And while we are going to be warming them up, you're going to benefit even greater if you can, really put the necessary clothes on. Of course, you will still need your bare feet, and make sure that you stay warm for this practice. If you have some tight hamstrings, please take a block or two, and we'll be using this as needed for those of you that don't have so much flexibility, and you'll be able to gain some strength with that. So we're going to get right to it, and I want us to begin at the back of our mats on our knees, sitting in Vajrasana. So if you just come to sit, and before we get moving the body, as in yoga practice, we come to an intention. So let's join our hands together and bring them up to our third eye center. Elongate your spine from top to bottom like you're growing roots and you're lengthening out of the crown of your head. And if you'd like to create your own intention for the practice today, the intention that I would like to offer is, may we all be not only flexible in our bodies, but in our minds, and be able to see many perspectives and allow this ease and peace to come from within. Namaste. Release your hands to your heart and down onto your legs. We're going to begin with a nice gentle lean back and bring some flexibility into the top of the foot, top of the ankle. One at a time, allowing the front of the shin and the front of the ankle to get a little bit of stretch. Then if you can, try both lifting the knees, lean back, and then coming back up, taking the toes underneath you and coming into toes pose. Okay, this is going to stretch the base of our feet, which are our foundation to the whole body, and they are the gateways to the way we walk upon the earth. So we want to be able to have nice, open, stretched feet. We start right away with some flexibility here in the base of the feet. Ooh, I feel this already. So breathe through it. Smiling helps. Remembering that it's only temporary. We won't be here for very much longer. 3 full rounds of breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the chest, the lungs, the diaphragm. Exhale completely. And again. Slowly lift off the toes. Place the hands down at the front of the mat Release the feet, give them a little shake out there. Beautiful. Circle the ankles so we get some flexibility in the ankles, both directions. Give them a little swish for the hips. And then place the hands under the shoulders. We'll just do a few cat and cow poses for the lower spine. And with this, we're going to exhale and take the hips about 2/3 of the way back towards your heels. Round the head, exhale. Inhale, bring the heart forward, lengthen the belly. Smile, look up. And do that 3 more times. Exhale, round back. Inhale, arch forward. And if it feels good, you can also try it with your toes curled under. Follow the breath. And one more. Beautiful. Tuck the toes. If they're not, lift the hips, walk yourself, and find your way into your downward facing dog pose. Now, let's get some flexibility here. Give your knees a little dog walk. Just take a few walks here, maybe 8 times. Really pushing with the hands to get the hips up high in the sky. Letting the rib cage move towards the thigh bone. That's it, friends. Good. Just a couple more. Maybe twist a little bit. So good. And then release both heels down to the mat. Rotate through the thighs. And we're going to take the right leg up into the air. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Open the knee and the hip into a little downward facing scorpion tail. Open and squeeze. You want to pull the leg bones, your femur bones, up into the pelvis. And then use your exhale to step forward. Right into the center, next to the right hand. Come into a nice low lunge here, stretching out the hip flexor. Good. Now, to get flexibility, we need to be able to move. So on an inhale, you're going to bend the back knee, kick and bring the front toes up. Now, if you can't touch the floor, please take 2 blocks here to the floor. You can always set them next to you. And as we move, whether you've got your blocks or your hands are on the floor like me, we're going to inhale, hips back. Exhale, low lunge, heart forward. Let's keep going. Inhale back, drop the head to the leg. Exhale, heart forward, shoulders slide down. Good. Lift those toes, lift the hips. Long torso down. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale to lift the hips high. Exhale, stretch between the legs. One more time. Big breath, inhale, fill up the chest. Exhale, empty, tighten the belly. And then bring that knee down. Good. Hands come up to the knees. Curl your toes under. Look back and just press this back left hip a little forward. And then allow the front knee to open out and bring it back. Okay, so this is just teaching the body where it needs to find stability within the flexibility. So it's important that we keep moving, we keep fluid. Great. Now, bring both hands back down, tuck your toe, come back to your downward low lunge. And then we're going to turn. So bring both hands in front. Get this right heel. I know we're opposite right now, but this is my right side. So we want to get the heel to the hip bone. If you have the ability to get it down, take it down. And this knee and the toes are facing the sky. Roll the shoulders down the back, open those inner thighs. Careful you're not collapsed. Inhale here. And then exhale, take it to the opposite side. Walk over. Heel is close to the sit bone here or on the mat. These toes and knees are facing up as much as you can. Do your best and remember, each practice gets better and better and better. Ah, so good. Now we're going to rotate to the other side. So you're going to just walk the hands, lift the hips, turn the pelvis, find your way into low lunge. Shove your left leg in front now. And we get to practice this on the second side. Lengthen forward. And as we inhale, kick the front toes up, bend the back knee, drop down. Exhale, lengthen shoulders back, heart forward. Use blocks if you need to. Keep going. Follow your inhale and your exhale. And again. Long side body. If you can, ujjayi breath to warm you up. One more. We return into our side lunge. Move through your middle and take it to the opposite side. Turn back to the front. And step back into downward facing dog. Exhale through the mouth. Let's make a little sound like ah. Beautiful. Nicely done. Now, take the left leg up into the sky. Open the hip, bend the knee. Turn it with keeping the shoulders square. Yeah? Neck is happy. Jaw is soft. Navel is in. And we lift the femur bones, our big leg bones, up into the pelvis. As you take your next strong exhale, use the belly, take the leg through, and step it to the front. Good. I just realized I forgot to drop our knee on the second side. We'll do it on this side. Here we go. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, lunge it out. Again, inhale a little faster. And lunge. And lift. Lunge it out one more time. Hips rotate up and back. And down. Drop the knee. Here it is. I didn't forget. Bring the hands up. Sink into that hip if you need to. Drop it down. Take this hand back. Got my right hand on my right hip. I'm pushing my right hip down as I turn my body backwards. So we're getting a bit of a twist and then back off just enough to try it again. And then come back to this front knee and open it. Bring it back, open. This creates stability in the pelvis. And one more time. Hands come home, tuck the toes, come back to your low lunge, and step to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take the knees down. Have a seat and stretch your ankles one more time. Good. Meet me back in downward facing dog for the right side. Take the right leg up into three-legged dog. Open the hip. We get that open hip flexor. Then exhale. Step between the hands. Get a block if you need it because you might. What we're going to do is we're going to slide the back heel down at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to come up to triangle. Trikonasana. Now, what I love about Trikonasana is it creates stability in the flexibility. So go ahead and have a bit of a play. Lean a little left, lean a little right. And then when you can no longer reach any further forward, take yourself down to either a block just for balance, or if you can get to the ground or the front foot, And then open chest, heart, stack the shoulders and meet me here. Good. We are opening the pelvis. So we've got this inner thigh that's stretching and rotating. Tighten the thighs as if you're bringing your quadriceps open and back. And then allow this hip to also lift up to the sky. Maybe even take your hands there with me. Keep it opening, good. And then we're gonna bend this front knee as if we're coming into Virabhadrasana 2, warrior. But instead, take the hand into side angle. You can either be level 1, arm comes onto the knee, forearm faces up. Level 2, you can bring the hand to a block. Level 3, take it all the way down to the mat behind you and open, especially the side of the heart muscle. Keep both feet connected to the weight that they share. Good. Take a deep breath in. Let's take the arm up as you inhale. And then exhale, release it down. Bring your hands down to the mat and step to downward facing dog. Ah. Feels so good to open the body. Yeah. So let's prepare second side. Before we do, I'm going to take a little switch around so I can stay facing the front with you. And take a little gentle walk to the front of your mat or step into Uttanasana. Take a block if you need to fold in. Inhale, let's take Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. And exhale, fold back down. Take the same halfway lift, sending the thigh bones back as the ribs and the chest pull forward, and release. Then bend the knees, gently roll up, sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, and bring the hands to the heart center. Beautiful. Take a deep step back to the center of your mat, square your hips, and we'll have a little transition before we take second side of Trikonasana by coming right into Prasarita. So hips are a little bit wider. Heels are also a little more wider than your feet. And we're going to bring the hands over the hip bones and lift the heart center. So working to open the legs and the thighs. We were working the right inner thigh, left inner thigh in opposition. So we're going to practice by bringing ourselves down halfway, long torso. And then if you need to, touch a block. Otherwise, hands down to the center underneath your shoulders of the mat. Yes, great. From here, nice and simple, bend one knee over the opposite ankle and then walk to the straight leg. Lift and lengthen, and let's now release. Inhale to lengthen out. Exhale to release down. And one more. And release down. Then straighten both legs, walk back through the center, and change sides. So bending the knee directly over the ankle. Walk over to the opposite side. You're getting a nice stretch through the whole lower body and especially the lower back. So here, inhale, a little flat back lift. Exhale, lower down. Follow the breath in to lengthen and out to soften. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Straighten the knee, come back to the center. Rock your hips Right and left. So you're just pushing one side up, pushing the other side up. This helps to unwind the outer and inner thighs. And then gently bend both knees down. Heels stay on the mat. And come up into a deep squat. Change the toes out. Heels come in. Goddess squat. Hands over the knees. Thumbs are in. So you can push those inner thighs back. Shoulders and heart lift and roll back. Good. Rotation with a twist. Take a deep breath into the chest. And as we exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Inhale, center. Keep lifting the chest. Exhale, opposite twist. Inhale, center. And repeat that. Follow the breath. So you exhale for the twist. Inhale to gather your energy. And exhale, use it. Then come back up to the center. Push the legs straight and over we go to the opposite side of your mat. Step into downward facing dog. Preparing for second side, Trikonasana. Exhale. Inhale, left leg up to three-legged dog. Open the hip, rotate and squeeze with muscular energy. When you're ready to exhale, use the force of the exhalation to contract and step gently to the center of the hands. Rotate that back heel down. Take a block if you need to. Stand in Trikonasana. Find your alignment. Tighten the thighs to the back of the hamstrings. Do a little bit of a play. A little bit of left and right. How does that feel? How does that feel? And then go as far as you can and drop it down and open. Breathe. So true asana is when we can be at ease and relax. And if you're not able to be at ease and relax, that doesn't mean you're not still in it. You are. It just is about conditioning, practice, learning how to stay present and be aware of what might be struggling us right now. Like maybe you're struggling with keeping this hip open, or rotating and tightening this thigh back, or lengthening the sides of the waist. Just play with it, because this is about discovery. Yoga is not about perfection. It's about, okay, how can we get a discovery today? Maybe you'll find something that you've never felt before. Good. Now from here, I want you to just bring that arm down, bend this front knee, take it up, and make your way into side angle pose. Keep the shoulder open. And if you want, hand down to a block or to the mat, depending on the level you're at today. Relax the neck and the jaw. And then let's inhale to take the arm up. Exhale, take it down. Rotate back onto your bottom leg and step into downward facing dog. So good. Beautiful. Exhale. Lengthen, expand, and then step to the front of the mat, whichever side that you are now on. If you need to, take a block standing in Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Side body long, thigh bones back. Exhale down. And again. And lengthen down. Then let's bend the knees. Drop the tail, roll up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Salute the bodies, the sky, the earth, the heart. And take a big step back into our center. Prasarita. Nice. Really good. Let's repeat this just a little bit, and we'll add on some lower body work from here. So inhale, open those pelvis and the chest. Exhale, keep growing and lengthen as if all the vertebrae are being pulled apart. And then bring the hands down to the mat. Good. Bend into one side. Walk to the opposite. Bend into this side. We'll just change it up, make it a little bit faster. Walk to the opposite. Change. Press from one foot. Bring the weight into the other one. Walk to the other side. Change. Push from one foot. Bring the weight into the opposite side. And then come back to your center. Bend both knees down. Keep the heels down. Bring the elbows to the thighs. And then take the heels in and come into goddess squat or horse squat. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the right. Should feel a little easier now. Change sides, breathing into the heart and out to open and squeeze. And one more each side. Exhale to twist. Breathing in, center, exhale, twist. Come back to the center. Turn and find yourself in downward dog. Beautiful lower body opening. Nice. From the right leg, take it up into the sky. Three-legged dog just for a moment. And then step it down and drop your back knee. What we're going to do is reach back with the opposite arm that the leg is in the back and catch the foot. Here we're going to pull it as close as we comfortably can to the buttocks, to the tailbone. Rotate the shoulder open, the heart open, maybe look up and back. And this hand can either stay on the floor, or some people like to come down to the forearm. And we're going to move rapidly now. Not rapidly, but we're going to move through this like a rubber band. So we're going to release, take the hands down, and come into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Take blocks in your hands. So if you guys need to put blocks down, you're going to have them right here on each side and lengthen. Then come right back to that thigh stretch. Bend the knee, low lunge. Reach back, catch the foot, and pull it in. Look up and back. Release, exhale. Inhale and exhale, lower down if you need to. Blocks or not, taking the body, exhaling. Inhale to lift. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lift and reach, catch. Exhale to stretch. And inhale back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. And you have a choice here to stay and leave your body in Ardha Hanumanasana. Or if you want and have the capacity to take it to full Hanumanasana, we take ourselves into the splits. Hands come back to this midline. Focus. Don't go too far over your edge. Remember to be kind to your body. And I want you to notice what I'm doing. I'm rocking a little bit side to side. I'm taking up and down. Now, if this is new to you, you can try it, and you can also put a block underneath the front of the thigh. So this is quite helpful. You can also take a block and sit onto it. You will know if you have a pillow at home also, that's really quite nice. Good. And so let's begin to slowly bring our way out of this. We can all meet back in Ardha Hanumanasana. If you have a block, just move it off to the side. We're going to use it for a second side. And find your way back into downward facing dog. Twist the hips. Notice the difference from one side to the other. And then when you're ready to inhale, take the left leg, opposite side, comes up. Inhale, three-legged dog, open it overhead. Exhale to step it to the front of the mat and drop your back knee down. I'm going to turn now, sweep my back arm to reach and catch, pulling the foot as close to me as possible. I'm going to rotate and look up and back. Bring this hand down, maybe even to the elbow if you like. Stay for another deep breath before we release. And we'll release back. Take the block if you need to. For second side, half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. Now, important here is to keep, if you notice before, and I'll say it again in this time, that the sit bones are moving backwards. So I'm directing them back. And this foot is slowly, like the heel is dragging back. So I've got a bit of a traction here on this part of my heel. Inhale, long body, and exhale, fold down. Inhale to lift, and then we move through. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, open back. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, open. Lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, reach and catch. Exhale, stretch. Repeating, inhale, open the heart, hips back, and let go on the exhale. Inhale, lift up, and exhale back to the lunge. Inhale to open the heart backwards. And exhale, pulling the thigh, stretching the quadricep. And then last time we come back and we stay either here in half split, using your exhale to surrender down. And if you'd like to try full Hanumanasana, go ahead and slide out, flexing the front foot, taking that back leg back, making your way in the middle or up onto a block if you need, under the leg or under the glute. You can also sit. And as you encourage the flexibility of the body, it's helpful to move a bit left and right. I like to think about the pelvis when I'm stretching the pelvis. And notice we didn't do any pigeon pose in this, but we're going to do that in the third part of this series. So don't worry, pigeon is coming. I like to think of like spreading soil of a garden. So as if you were to kind of make the soil good. You're going to plant some seeds. I'm going to spread it a little left and spread it a little right and maybe lift it up and shake out some looser soil. That way we grow a nicer, cleaner garden with roots that have space to breathe. So good. Now, reward time. Instead of just coming straight back from whether you're here or in full Hanumanasana splits, I'd like everybody to curl their legs. So you're either gonna curl that front leg in, bring the back leg around, so make yourself around and sit back. We're gonna come into our final favorite pose that doesn't stretch anything at all except for our soul and our mind. And it stretches our nervous system because it's super important to rest in Shavasana. So just give your legs a little bit of love, brush them down, any old stagnant energy. And then very gently begin to roll yourself back, tuck your shoulder blades under. Full open release with me. Shake out any old energy, like I mentioned, stagnation. And let's just simply all release back. Enjoy these next few minutes. Close our eyes and surrender so that the nervous system imprints these new stretches and it lengthens you from the inside out. Enjoy, everyone. You can stay and rest as long as you like, or you can wake up the body again by some gentle movements in the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Deepen your breath, bend your knees, place your feet down. Lift your arms overhead, take a nice stretch with the breath. And curl over onto your right side or left side, whichever feels best. You can keep your eyes closed. If you like to keep staying on the floor, you're welcome. Otherwise, please come up to sit and close the practice with me. Join our hands together in Anjali Seal Mudra, the position of prayer, gratitude, balance, and honor. And with respect for the practice and respect for our body's abilities, may we always continue to grow and learn, listen, and remember who we truly are, which is we are all brothers and sisters. We are all one family. We are here for healing and wellness. And I wish unto you great flexibility, and may you always be held and safe in your lives everywhere and every day, every moment. Until next time, many blessings and namaste.